but screw it, I'ma do it anyway. I don't know how this will turn out, but screw it, I'ma do it anyway. I don't know how this thing works, but screw it, I'ma do it anyway. I don't know how this will turn out, but screw it, I'ma do it anyway.
What is up, good people? It's your girl, Nikki P. Welcome back to another episode of Soul Untamed, where we are talking about creating a life that is designed by you and not for you. So, I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and she was specifically asking me about my singleness, and asking me, like, why do you think that you've been single, for the period of time that you've been single? And usually people ask me that question, I don't really have an answer, because we ever really know? There are a lot of things that are outside of our control, and we just don't know. But when she asked me this question, I just kind of looked at her and I shrugged my shoulders, and I was just like, maybe I just didn't say yes enough, to the opportunities that were there, to men asking me out. Maybe I just didn't say yes enough, and maybe that's why I'm still single. But with that conversation, I thought about it not just with singleness, but I thought about it in other areas of my life. And I thought about how many times I said no without really giving something a chance. You know, I'm the type of person, I'm getting better with this, but I'm the type of person that can have a whole like conversation with somebody else, but just with me in my head, and make a decision based on a conversation that never happened, because this beautiful imaginative brain that I have, this is the creativity. It's not really my fault, but I can really literally have a whole conversation and then make a decision based on the way the conversation went that never happened. I can think of scenarios, I can think of opportunities, money opportunities, job opportunities that I said no to, because I set and created a whole entire scenario of what if. And if I do this, well, then that can happen. If that happens, then that happens. And if that happens, and then 10 more like what ifs, and it has a negative outcome, or what I conceive to be a negative outcome, I'll come back to the present moment and say no, based off of a scenario that never took place. Is it just me? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that does that. I'm not the only person that does that. But how many times do we do that with life? With saying no to trip. I've said no to travel opportunities because I was afraid to spend the money to go on the trip. I've said no to trying new things because I was afraid of how, if a certain scenario happened, then how would that work? And there's no way for me to sit here and calculate how many opportunities, how much time I've lost just by saying no, when I should have said yes. Lean into curiosity. The thing about it is that it's been the fear of the unknown. It's been the fear of failure. It's been the fear of rejection for me. Fear of putting myself out there in certain situations, dating, yes, but in other areas. Putting myself out there more, even in regards to my business, being on screen more, going out to events more, doing those things, being out there, for fear of being rejected, it has caused me to say no. But the what if could work in the opposite way too. As opposed to using the question what if to go down this negative route, how about flipping it to say what if to go down this positive route? Or to just accept the fact that we don't know. And I think that's been one of the harder lessons for me to really learn is that I keep feeling like I'm supposed to know. Like I should have a feeling. You know, I'm a very intuitive person and I'm guided by spirit and I should know. You know, I am a person still who can be pretty indecisive, taking a long time to make decisions because of fear of just not knowing and going through my brain of the what ifs instead of just making a decision to say yes. Because even if it happens that this was not the choice, that it didn't turn out the way I thought it would, or this was not the choice that seemed like it was the best, I still learn from it. And the thing that I am still trying to work through now is being okay with saying yes and still having the experience and not looking at the experience as something negative, but looking at the experience, looking at all experiences as something learned, an opportunity for learning, an opportunity for growth, and to rely on that. So don't misunderstand me when I say yes. That does not mean to say yes to everything. If you know that there is something that doesn't align with your morals, your values, your just your goals, any of that, by all means, trust that instinct, trust that gut feeling, and say no. But don't not say yes because of fear. Don't let fear dictate how you get to live your life. Don't let the fear of rejection from whatever it is you're trying to do keep you from possibly having an experience that you need and a very pleasant one. Say yes more. Say yes more. You know, that was something that really stayed with me when she said that, or at least when I thought about what maybe has kept me single. But yes, in so many areas of just not saying yes, not saying yes to travel, not saying yes to classes, a new class, a new activity, a new something. You know, say yes. So my challenge to you is as you go into this next week, this next month, say yes to something that you normally would immediately say no to. Actually, even as I'm saying this, I can't remember what movie this was, but I have this memory of a line in a movie where the person said to the other person, I wish I could remember this more. He's like, I'm asking you to say a slow yes instead of a fast no. So yeah, so I will amend my previous challenge and say, going into this week, instead of saying a quick no, immediately no, again, unless it's something that you know does not align with who you are and where you're trying to go, try saying a slow yes. I remember where it is. It's from the Jacksons movie. It's from the Jacksons movie. A slow yes instead of a quick no. Try a slow yes. Just try. Allow yourself the opportunity of experiencing something different. Don't say no out of fear. Don't live your life that way. Be open and available to the opportunities that are around you and say yes more. That's all I got for you today. It's your girl Nikki P. I hope you have a great week. I hope you are enjoying this time. I am rooting for you. Stay disciplined. I won't even say stay motivated. Stay disciplined. Stay true and aligned to who you are. Keep calling in that life. Keep going. Because I promise you on the other side, it's worth it. It's your girl Nikki P.